TWT slaying.
Shalom, it's Will, son of y'all, coming at you all today. And in today's video, I'm gonna do a breakdown on the awakening that I had with me and my girlfriend coming in this truth together over the last couple years. And I'm gonna give her a chance to introduce herself.
My name is Teotw Walker. I'm 19 years old. I currently attend Tennessee State University, and I am a biology major. And coming into the truth has just been, I don't even, like, I start getting goosebumps just like thinking about like where I used to be and where I'm at now. It's definitely been an eye-opener, and I'm just nothing but thankful and grateful that I was just able to hearken to what like he brought me into.
So basically, this basically started when about 11th grade in high school. Yeah, about 11th grade in high school.
We been together for 4 years, y'all. Yeah. So like, don't think like it's like, oh, we just got together. No, we've been. Yeah. It's like we're like best friends. Been together since we were sophomores.
10th grade.
Yeah.
So basically, I just started doing my research, just getting into, flat earth, UFOs, aliens, and the truth about that, and it led me to the Bible.
But before he even like got into the Bible for real, like I was already a church girl. I was going to church. I was in the youth program, dancing, doing all of that. And so he came to me. He was like, the earth is flat and this, that, and the other. So I'm like, really? Like, no. And I could you not, y'all, like when he started telling me about this stuff, I found every excuse as to why what he was saying was wrong. Like, well, it's just how you interpret the verse, because I think it was Genesis that with the firmament and all of that, and I was just like, well, that's just how you interpret the verse. Like, everybody interprets the verse differently, but that's just how you take it, but the earth's not really flat. It's like I would find any little excuse that Christian, Eurocentric part of me wanted to just like no, you're not right, no, so. But yeah, it started with the flat earth and all of that.
So after the flat earth, it was just like an immediate awakening, because right after that, I went to Revelation and I saw the description of Christ. So that just made me question, like, so if he's black and he came through a lineage of people, wouldn't these people have to be black?
Exactly.
So I just kept doing my research, until I finally, came to the realization that the people in the Bible were black, and that everything we've been taught in school, in church, has been false.
What they want us to know.
Exactly. We've learned their part of history and what they want us to know.
But it didn't start, it did start with the flat earth and things of that sort, but then we also got involved with the camps and stuff, and the doctrine that they teach and everything.
That's
we were in that heavy, like,
that's
I'm not gonna say anybody's name, but
yeah, that's what really woke us up.
Yeah,
getting
like,
into the camps.
we looked at the chart. We believed in that. We were the same people going around saying Native Americans, Black, Hispanics.
Yeah, that's why I say.
We
Yeah, that
were
really woke us up.
like we were believing in the camp doctrine and everything. And once again, like, we're young and everybody comes to the truth differently. And I don't want to knock any of the camps because I think like it's a good way to wake up. But if
they woke us up. But
if you're not ready to do your research outside of that and build your own belief,
because for me it's just like when you look at it, okay, the camps woke me up, but when you go into some of the stuff they teach, like
how they teach it, I know, it's not
like,
right.
They like, how can a Mexican who's mixed and a Native American be the same as a Negro or African? So that was just one big thing for me, like that chart.
And then we started like paying attention to how they were talking to people, like on the street, and like it's just like not a Christ-like thing. Like it's not something that.
Yeah, it was Christ. You know what I'm saying? Going around talking to people like that, calling women out their names,
just because like
calling white folks Edomites when they not. You know, it's just a lot. But that was just, I feel like, a stepping stool from when you wake up. You know what I'm saying? You wake up, you get introduced to these camps. Either you're going to stay with the camps or you're going to go above the camps and learn more. And do your own research, basically.
Yes. Okay, so.
And people that we've been watching to help us, you know, to make us feel like we ain't crazy and that we in the right doctrine is people like Teotw Ministries.
Teotw.
Yeah, Teotw, the End of the Word Ministries, and Dante Fortson. It's like when you in truth, everything you research is going to line up together. And that's what it's been ever since.
And when you're in the truth, you're going to get, well, as we all know, you're going to get tested a lot. Like, it's been, I know for myself, a difficult journey, just for the simple fact that my family, they don't really, I guess, agree. They respect me, but they respect the fact that this is what I believe in, but they don't understand it. I know I've talked about like wearing modest apparel and getting my own apparel together. I do have a sewing machine, so like we're working on that. And like when I'm bringing up to my family, they're like, "Oh, you're trying to be Muslim, or you're trying to be this, or you're trying to be that." I'm like, no. I'm reading the same Bible that you're reading. I'm just trying to follow the Lord's word. So I know, like for me, it's just been like, you know, it's just really been a very big eye opener. Like coming from a church where you see a white angel on the wall, like it's been a very big eye opener. And what else?
When you in this truth, you're just gonna have to stay silent and continue to do research, because the devil always trying to persuade you to do wrong. You know what I'm saying? Trying to persuade you to stay in the
especially
world.
in these times.
Exactly.
Especially in these times. We're here. Like we're here. We're at our 400 years. We're here. Like I feel like, so it's like more than ever, you're really going to get.
It's so much temptation for everything, for anything.
Yes, but I know. What was that?
Like when you're in the Word, you ain't got time for all that. You know what I'm saying? It's keeping you busy.
Exactly.
You're thinking about that all day, certain topics, certain subjects of the Bible, of your people, you know. And like I say, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, you read that, that's us all day.
You don't realize how much you identify with so much of those curses until you actually sat down and read them. And I know, like, honestly, guys, out of all my years of going to church, I've never been taught, or I've never heard the preacher say or talk about, do her sermon on any of what I've read. Like, I feel like even if you consider yourself as a church goer or anything like that, you should always be reading the Bible for yourself and developing your own beliefs, because I feel like we rely so much on what the pastor has told us. Oh, the pastor said, the pastor did it. No. If you're not going home and doing that, because I know I wasn't, especially at that age, at a young age, I wasn't, oh, pastor's preached about this today, okay, whatever. But it's like, why did she's never talked about the people, the truth, like
basically what needs to be talked
and we know
about.
why, but
like
we know why, but
And like for me, when I was going to church, I never liked to going to church. I remember when I was little, I used to cry before I get on a church van. When I was in church, I'd be knocked out, sleep, slob, coming all down my cheek. You know, you just peep things. Like I look back at it now, you know, we'll be driving in church vans, or you'll see people getting off the bus, but you see the pastor pulling up in a
Nice
Maserati,
car.
you know what I'm saying, in foreign cars.
My church was big on offerings. Like that was her sermon every Sunday. Offering. You gotta tithe. You gotta tithe. And I could y'all not, Christmas dinner, we'll be eating pork. We're eating ham.
You'll get out of service and go straight to the cafeteria and go eat food that is not, you know what I'm saying,
Clean.
unclean food that the Most High told us not to eat. But after your service, you go right to eat unclean food. Like that's
go back
just
to gossiping.
That's
Look who work
backwards.
like you go like I don't. To me personally, like the church is really not even needed. Like
exactly. I mean, it's some good congregations out there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That teach the truth. Let's not. You know what I'm saying?
From the one that I came
from our experiences,
was not.
No.
I don't want to go back. Like even when I wasn't in the truth, I didn't want to go back to that church because I felt like the only thing I was ever told was that I need to tithe, and I'm like.
And you go into the breakdown on tithes in the Bible, you know what I'm saying?
It's not strictly
just money.
But another thing about coming into the truth, I know like when we was into the camp doctrine, I used to talk about this stuff and like I didn't really talk about it correctly. They really, for anybody out there that's wanting to come into the truth, don't rely so much on the camp doctrine, because I used to be the one out there saying, oh, God hates Esau and these Edomites when I'm referring to white people and and I was so lost again, all over again. Like, you come to the truth and you get lost all over again.
It's a stepping stool. It's a stepping stool.
And now, I feel like finding Dante and like other people that have done their own research and, you know, they're not really a part of like I would say government funded group, but I think that's been really good for both of us, because I know like when I have females that like to come to me and talk to me about this stuff, it's easier for me to talk about it now. Like I'm not just talking about, oh, God loves Jacob and he hates Esau. Like no, that was the only thing that I was learning from the camps.
Exactly.
But I've had, I've had someone that's told me that I don't have a relationship with God and that I'm not. What's the point in you doing this? What's the point in you? Nobody's gonna get saved by learning where you come from and all this other stuff.
That we the true Israelites.
Yeah, just for me, like I have Snapchat and all that. For me, posting like, you know, just simple stuff like, oh, we are who we are and blah blah blah. And I've had backlash. I've had people call me retarded, crazy, dumb. I've had people say that I would hate to be as retarded as you and stuff like that. And it's sad. That's all I can say.
When really they the retarded ones, because they obviously not doing no research. You go into the Bible, you go into these historical maps, you go into these old, you know what I'm saying, these universities posting stuff, you go into these old books, you know, it's too much information to deny. You go into the history of the tribes on the west coast of Africa that were taken into the slave trade. It's too much information. Like exactly. We are who we are, and there's no disputing it.
I did a DNA analysis. I did 23andMe, and my DNA is composed of primarily West African area.
Nigeria,
yes.
Benin, you know, all the Hebrew tribes, you know.
That's what my DNA was mixed of. Like, it's crazy. And of course European, but
we know what that's from.
31%. But it's a lot, and it's a journey.
It's definitely a journey.
But it's a well worth it journey, and
you just gotta stay solid through it. Cause like I say,
stay true to yourself.
Like like I say, I've been in the truth for like 2 to 3 years.
Like we see what's going on with these celebrities. Like we see, oh, Nick Cannon. We used to think, what we say all the time, oh, Nick Cannon's woke. He's this, he's that. Okay, we mess with it. We like Nick Cannon, and then look, he's apologizing for speaking facts.
Exactly.
That doesn't make sense.
Who apologizes? with speaking the truth.
That doesn't make sense. So anybody out there that's I guess trying to come into the truth.
You're trying to come to the truth, just stick with it, you know. You eventually gonna find something. You eventually gonna be led to something. You know, once you figure out one thing, that's gonna lead you to another, and that's gonna lead you to another.
Exactly.
And you're just gonna have to, you know, keep your sources, keep your scriptures, just copy everything down and study it.
That's basically
Yeah.
it. I know, and if you have, I guess, a significant other, like, I think that's really good too, because I think we're able to bounce like topics or ideas off of each other. Like, he'll go into the word and he'll find something and be like, did you know? Like, because it's like every time you go into the word, you're going to find something different. Like, it's going to be like, oh my gosh, look at, like, and then we just literally, y'all, we will be up for who knows how long, going through chapters and like reading and dissecting and all of that, and like just bouncing off of each other. And he'll, like, after a whole day, he'll come and be like, bro, this, and this, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, because this, and he's like, we just feed off of each other, and that's like nothing but spiritual, because like, it's crazy how it happens sometimes.
And then you know it's real because you will get on YouTube and the people you following, they talking about the same thing. You feel me? I'm going into more depth on the, you know what I'm saying, on the subject. Or bringing more light into it. Like, we was just, you know what I'm saying, thinking that we're talking about that.
And now Dante has a video about this. Exactly. Or Teotw's, we was just talking about this.
We know, you know what I'm saying, the Most High is at hand and he working. And we just gonna continue to be in his faith and continue to believe and continue to watch what's going on around us. Because we see the awakening, we see all our people waking up. And
it's not easy.
It's not, but because we not like our ancestors that was in about, you know, they grew up into their tribes, they knew who they were. But it's like us being over here scattered in the Americas, we gotta get back to knowing all this stuff that they hid from us. That's why they say you wanna hide something from somebody, put it in a book. You gotta open these books up. You wanna know something, because it's all in there.
For me, it was just like stop, take a look around at this world that we are living in. It's like, that's what it was for me. Like, just to stop and take a look at what's going on in the world, and you just see like just all the crazy. Like, it's crazy. Like,
yes, it is.
It's just crazy how much ball worshiping is going on. Like, you know, like for so long.
Yeah, a lot of these folks thinking they worshiping the Most High, but they're not.
It's just.
I thought I was.
Exactly.
Thought I was, you know what I'm saying? I was praying to a white man,
exactly.
to a white man.
My church had me thinking I was doing right, and I was doing everything how I was supposed to. My church never told me that I wasn't supposed to eat swine or seafood. My church never told me that I was supposed to have a head wrap or wear modest apparel. My church never told me that anybody in the Bible was black, or everyone was. My church never told me that the Most High was black.
Yeah, but we know what that stems down from. You know, they gotta go get taught by somebody who was our enemies. So they not gonna put the truth in their ear, but the truth gonna come out sooner or later. As we see it already coming out.
It's gonna keep coming out as these 400 years are about to be
unraveling, unfolding.
Yeah. So.
And this was our awakening testimony. Like I said, we've been woke for about 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. But it's been a long ride, an eye-opener.
Yes.
And we're going to continue to research, you know, and follow people like us, like-minded like us.
And just stay true to who we are and true to who the Most High wants us to be.
Yes. Ain't no going back from here.
Ain't no going back. It's no more debating either.
Yeah, debating over.
So many people want to debate with me, like,
now.
I'm not going back and forth with you about, I'm not.
Yeah, let's go to, look at what I posted.
I'm not going
just
back
read
and forth.
You know, but again, thanks for watching. It's add me, Will, son of y'all. Add her, What's your name? Oh, she got a YouTube.
Keelasia Walker, which will be at the end of August. It's gonna be at the bottom.
It's gonna be in the bio. But thanks for watching our testimony.